All right, your next comedian coming to the stage. One of my favorites, another very good friend of mine. Keep it going for Drew Lopez, everybody.
I feel like it's equally as fucked up that you leave the mic stand like this. Like it still has to be changed. Anyway, how you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I didn't take my anxiety medication today, so that's like a natural Red Bull effect. I'm just like actually have wings right now. It's a lot. So yeah, if I don't make eye contact, it's because of that. It's not you guys. I love one-liners as well. I did not do any in the bathroom. Maybe I should have. That would. But I do have one. Horse girls only want one thing, and that's a stable relationship. All right. Thank you so much. I found myself, I have baby fever. Like I'm getting into my late 20s, and I just turned 29. And I've been doing like a lot of like biological, like prenatal things. Like I recently started eating for 2 just to make room, I think. Just to make the space. If I had to describe my body type, I would call it a childless mom bod, just because like I have the stretch marks to prove that I have children, but I don't have the children to prove that I have children. Like cocoa butter can't fix this. I was born with these. You know, and like as you turn older, like your biological clock starts going off, and it's like, have a baby, it'll look better. Just like fill it in. And I'm like, oh god, okay, can't do that. I like, was anybody else gaslit into believing they were Latina until they were 26? I was. That was me. You okay? Maybe we'll be similar in this. So, I grew up between a half Latino family on the Lopez side, because that's my real last name, and then a half-white family. And I thought that I was like this beautiful fusion, like J-Lo, just like the super like Spanglish mamacita. And then my grandparents got their 23andMe done. Turns out I am not half Mexican like I thought I was. Turns out we are half Spanish and half German. So it's really hard to go from being Spanglish to Sperman really fast. That's does not have the same ring to it, not the same sexiness. Like my hips don't lie, but my upper lip hair definitely does, you know. I've got an unhappy trail. It's not a good time. No. Oh, don't cry for me. Yeah, I can afford laser hair removal. Actually, recently just got on hormone therapy because that's the reason I'm hairy. It's not because of my lineage or anything. And I was scared too. I was like, I don't know if I should like get rid of the testosterone in my body because like I'll lose the hair in my body, but I don't want to lose my funniness. So, okay. I'm kidding. I think women are hilarious. If I ever do have children, I feel like I'm going to be a better mom than my mom was to me. And that's because I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a stoner, and that's totally better than being an alcoholic. Like, I could always tell my mom was pissed. Like, she would come into my bedroom late at night. I'd be playing a Nintendo 64. And for anybody who had, like, an alcoholic mom, they have a face that they do when they're pissed off. And my mom's was, she'd just do, like, butthole mouth. Like, her whole mouth would, like, clench up and stuff. And so, and I would know, I would get like all scared and stuff, and it gives me anxiety to this day. So I think that I'll be better, because what's going to happen when you're a stoner? Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I'm going to go in their room and be like, hey, do you want anything from Denny's? Because I already ordered. And also, can you drive? Is that okay? You're 12 now. It's time to grow up. It's time to help out mom. I did it for my mom, and like we were in a really small town though, so like it didn't really matter. Like, what are the cops gonna do? They went to high school with her, you know. They'd be like, "Nice one, Danya. It's a good kid you got there, raising her right." No, I grew up in a very very small town called Needles, California. It's much smaller than this place. It's got 5,000 people in it, but that like includes the ghosts that live there too. And I grew up in a trailer. But it was like a double wide, and it was my grandma's. So I thought that I was better than all of my friends who lived in the trailer park. And like, how delusional is that? You know, like I just think I'm better because my trailer's bigger. Like, it's still a trailer. You know what I mean? And some white trash privilege right there. Despite the vibes I give off, I am in a heterosexual relationship. I I've been clean off women for 4 years. It's been a really rough transition. There's no support groups for that. There's the LGBTQ, but they don't really try to keep you out. They try to bring you back in. And like I recently got a flyer from the Alphabet Soup, and they were like, "Hey, you have 30 days to respond with photographic evidence of you being in gay sexual activities, or we're gonna revoke your gay card." So, chop chop. No, I've been in a relationship with a guy for 4 years, and he's fantastic. We're actually the same height. It's kind of fun. We're both 5'4", and my friends, when we first got together, were kind of mean about that. They're like, "Oh, that doesn't bother you, and being the same height as you?" And I said, "No. Like, you guys are always complaining about your men, and I have the secret. If you want less problems, just get less man physically." That's because, like, I don't know when we got like the rules for mating like roller coasters. Like, more inches this way does not equal more inches this way. Like, you must be this tall to ride. Like, I don't understand. Just throw it out the window. No, he's Italian and Brazilian too, so he has a lot more butt like than me, like automatically. Like, I have a lot of ass, but like not like a Brazilian amount of ass. So if we ever have children, our poor kids are just gonna be burdened with ass. Like, they're gonna have, and I'm gonna have to go to the doctor because like there's no big booty baby diaper section at the store. I'm gonna need to get like prescription diapers. They're gonna need to make them for me. He's gonna be like waddling to school. They're like, "Don't fall over today, honey." Oh, jeez. I want to tell you guys a new joke. Is that okay with you guys? Right on. I was at Winco earlier. You probably saw me. And I was at the deli, and I saw the guy that was cutting meats, and he was bald, but he had a hairnet on. And I just feel like that's workplace harassment. just a little bit, because like, what's gonna happen? What is he gonna get in the meat? Like his skin flakes? I know, that's gross, right? Maybe that's why they did it, for that exact reason. Yeah, it's just like it's black forest ham, not white Jerry ham. Stap it. Let's see. I have a Gen X mom. She's really she's kind of young. Like, I was born in 93, and she thinks that she's really cool, but she tries very hard. Anybody else's mom do that? Try hard mom? No? You guys' mom's rock stars? Awesome. I'm just here talking shit on my mom, I guess. I'm still going to do it. I don't care. Double down. I do love her, but she's a lot. Anytime we go out to dinner, she is telling the wait staff like how much my friends love her and how she's like, everybody wants me to be their mom because everybody loves me. And I'm like, way of like just saying I don't like my kids in a really, really nice way. Like, she's just collecting kids without having to pay for them, like Angelina Jolie. Like, she just views ethnicities like Pokemon badges. Yes, got an Ethiopian one. If you don't know, that's one of the kids she has anyway. You guys don't know pop culture. That sucks for you. But also, my mom, she's like a patient zero Disney adult. There's a lot of Disney adults nowadays. She was like the first one. She walked so everybody now can run. And she planned me having my first steps at Disneyland. We lived 6 hours away from a Disneyland. Do you know how much coordination that takes with a toddler? Like, what was she just tripping me whenever I was showing signs of walking? I mean, like, no, save it for the park. We're going to have you have a magical childhood. That's why we live in a trailer. I'm saving all this money for Disney tickets. But I always liked the Disneyland the princesses. I grew up like in the time where they were really popular, and I always related to Jasmine because she's a cat mom and likes hot broke guys, just like me. And like, I love to see like the reverse princess story. Like, Aladdin was kind of like, the broke pauper who's like hot, and the royal person's like, oh, okay, like, I'll take a chance with them. And I'm just like, that's how he was like really putting it down, is because like when a woman proposes, like, that guy has an incredible dick. You know it. Aladdin was busting Jasmine open like the San Andreas fault. He went from stealing bread loaves to throwing one down. You know what I mean? And Snow White was always a weird one too, in my opinion. Like, in what world are you gonna find a single woman living with 7 dwarves, and she's still out looking for a man? Like, she's got 7 inches at home. What's she doing? Trying to find it in one place. But above all, I think Sleeping Beauty is above all the weirdest, like, old princess film that we had, because the moral of the story was, as long as you catch a woman sleeping, you can claim them as your wife. So that's why growing up, I taught myself to sleep in 15-minute increments only, because you can't catch me slipping. No, I'm not going to wake up and be somebody's bride. That's not me. No, I'm not going to say that. It was Bill Cosby's favorite movie growing up. I'm not going to say that. Oh, goodness. Okay, one more joke. Do you guys like haunted like shows and stuff? I love ghosts. It's the only thing that scares me, because ghosts are the only thing that you can't punch. And so I was watching a show called An Amish Haunting recently. Have you guys ever heard of this? An Amish Haunting? No? My God, I'm striking out with the relation tonight. I must live under a rock. But so this show is interesting because the Amish do not have electricity, and ghost hunting equipment requires a lot of electricity. So I guess they have like a lot of like battery powered packs and stuff like that. But I'm like, what are they even doing on this show? Like, is it just 2 dudes in a barn? Like Ezekiel and Jedediah doing watches, looking for ghosts? And he's just like, Jedediah, wake up! The butter's churning itself! It's just like, oh my God, it's the ghost of Abigail May. My first sister wife. Okay. My name is Drew Lopez. Thank you guys so much for laughing with me tonight. I hope you guys are ready. Have a freaking great rest of your night. And come buy stickers for me after the show. Yay.